hang on.
Can we get that guy that does the thing? Can you pay a guy to do this thing, the countdown? And then he points. Can you do that?
Count down the live?
Yeah, like we need the guy with the thing, the click, click, action. There we get Jeremy with a thumbs up right there. What's up, National Fire Radio YouTube viewers? Live viewers too, hopefully. I gotta get the live screen up here to see what's going on. But we're back for another edition of 555 Fitness Live. I'm here with my co-host, Justin Herzog, better known as the ZOGG. And before we even get into what we're doing today with a workout, who our partner is, what we're giving away, anything like that, we have to settle something. And the YouTube comments are up. Get in that chat to get your name in that chat so we can see that you can win. We need your name, we need your location, we need the first 4 characters of your email. But I want to know, when you look at something time-wise, do you use Eastern Standard Time or Pacific Standard Time? Because I don't believe anyone in the world bases things off Pacific Standard Time overall. Zog, your comments.
Well, all I'm going to say is the best coast is the West Coast. So,
See, I was ready for that to come back from you, but let's tell the viewers at home which coast you're from, actually.
Yeah, I'm originally from the East Coast. I still got a little East Coast in me. But as you can see by the palm trees in the background, I'm out on the West Coast right now. So come visit. It's beautiful out here.
I'm going to find me a palm tree in New Jersey and make you really jealous. You'll see. It exists somewhere in New Jersey.
If you can make me jealous of New Jersey, man, I'm down. Yeah. Show me something. Maybe it's the water. Maybe it's the water. Water?
The water.
How do you say it?
The water is in right here. So, all right, enough joking around. So we're back for another one this week. We have, as Zog described it, because he just finished it, a gnarly workout that was created by our friends at O2X Human Performance. It's a great friend of 555. Oh, we lost Zog, so I'm just going to keep talking for
Coming back.
But great partner of 555. They're doing amazing things for all emergency responders when it comes to health and wellness. And they made this workout up this week, and they even named their workouts. And this one they named, "Thank you, sir, may I have another?" And Zog, do you feel that name is appropriate here?
Yeah, it's appropriate because these reps just keep stacking up. So that's the thing you got to remember while you're doing this workout is that you start off real slow and easy, but it's going to get hard really fast. And I'm really good at math, and I did the math on how many reps you actually do with this, and it's a lot. I know it's a lot. So just remember that as you're doing it. When you get started, you get through the first 2-3 rounds, you're feeling pretty good. It gets harder really fast. So just stay in there, keep moving, and you'll be through it. It's only 15 minutes.
I think too, yeah, it's only 15 minutes. This is what I think this is actually the longest one we've done on a 555 Fitness Live, where we're doing it as a 15-minute AMRAP. And one of the things that you're going to see with the lives, aside from the chance to win cool stuff from our partners, is that we're trying to stick with a lot of the same movements. A lot of the same body weight movements that are really scalable. They're easy to do wherever you are. As you see, our folks joining us from around the country are all in some kind of a different location. We got a inside of a garage with his refrigerator, backyard, the back of a building, parking lot kind of area. I can't tell if Mark is got a really dope deck with a kiddie pool next to it, it looks like, and a dope fan above. Daniel, I don't know where Daniel's going to go. Daniel moves every week when he works out with us, but you can do these workouts anywhere. And I think that's one of the cool things that we're developing here on 555 Fitness Live and the National Fire Radio YouTube channel, because they're all going to be there. So today we switched it up again, and rep scheme's going to work out a little differently. There's 4 movements: push-ups, air squats, burpees, and lunges. And you start with 1 rep. And after you do 1 rep of those 4, you go into 2 reps of those 4. Then you go into 3 reps of those 4. So like Zog said, this really starts to stack up. You're going to go super fast, probably through rounds 1 through 5, right, Zog? And then around 6, 7, 8, that's where the stacking begins to happen, I'd say.
Yeah, that's when it becomes more difficult. So you don't want to start off too fast. For any workout that's about, that's over 10 minutes, you don't want to sprint straight out the gate. You want to come up with a pace that you can sustain for the entire time. This workout is all about just keep moving. Just keep moving. These movements are, movements that you don't need any equipment. You can do it anywhere in the world. Some places in the country, gyms are starting to open up. So maybe people are joining us from their gym, or they're still at home or whatever. But you can do this workout anywhere, whether you're at the beach or at a park or in your garage or wherever. But the main thing about the workout is just keep moving, have a steady pace the whole time. Try to keep that as best you can.
Now, one of the things too that we are not showing is a warm-up. But really, before you get into this, you should do some kind of a warm-up. All the athletes on the screen have been warming up as we've been kind of talking and setting this up a little bit, so they're ready to go. But if you are jumping into this at a later date, Zog's just going to give you some movements that'll work really well as a warm-up before we kick this thing off here.
Yeah, so just real quickly about this type of workout, because it's 15 minutes and you're easing your way into the total amount of reps, the workout kind of works as a dynamic warm-up. You start working your way into it. But some things you want to do to get yourself ready, we're going to be doing push-ups. So you want to do some upper body prepare activities in order to get your arms ready to go. You want to get your shoulders warmed up. You're going to be doing a lot of squats. So some of the things that you can do with that, the combination would be inchworms, going into a push-up, coming back up, bringing your toes up to the palms of your hand, and then going into a squat. One of my favorite movements or warm-ups to get ready for squats is the Russian baby makers, where you have your hands down on your toes, you're folded forward, and then you just go into a squat, keep your hands on your toes as best you can, and keep squatting in order to get kind of warmed up there. So the inchworm into the Russian baby maker, you can do a few of those to get ready. Also practice the burpee and the lunge, just so you know. With this workout, you can do whatever kind of lunge you want. I did reverse lunges. You can do forward lunges. You can you can lunge in place or do a walking lunge, however you want. If you do have equipment, you want to make it more challenging, throw on a weight vest, throw on a sandbag, do whatever you want. Obviously, it's modifiable and scalable as well. As far as the scale goes, what I would say is with the push-up, if you need to do the push-up from your knees, you're welcome to do that. If you want to do a hand release type push-up where you're resting on the ground and then you can push up for each rep, you can do that. If you want to do a push-up on a curb or on a step or on a chair or a bench, whatever you want to do with that. With the squats and the lunges, what we want to see is that you get as deep as you can in the lunge or in the squat. Below parallel if possible, and with the lunge you're going to go to 90 degrees. But if that's too much for you, then do the best you can, modify it as necessary. This is a longer style workout that you're working hard the whole time. You got a steady pace, but you're going to be working hard. So whatever the ultimate thing that we want from this workout is not that you're hurting yourself or pushing past injury, but that you're preparing yourself for what you're doing out there. So we want it to be a fun workout. It's definitely not easy. It's simple though. So all you got to do is just keep moving.
Dude, so hey, while Zog was talking there and I'm monitoring the chat, we just had a little chat issue with the chat screen on YouTube. So if you were watching on YouTube live and you want your chance to win from O2X, we need you in that chat. Even if you did it, it may not have come up, but this is the first time we dealt with this problem. I'm not really sure what's up with it. But if you're watching live, all you have to do to win is enter your name, where you're from, and the first 4 characters of your email address, and you get your chance to win some cool swag from O2X while we're doing the workout. So make sure you get it in there. We're going to keep saying it over and over. Zog is not happy with his location, so he wants to keep moving. He may want to do the workout again, actually. But if I get a thumbs up from our friends at home there, if you guys are all ready to work out with a thumbs up, we can kick this thing off and get it rolling while Zog and I babble on. Daniel, buddy, you good to go? All right, man, we got a big thumbs up from the home audience. So I have a clock running. It's behind me. It's really far away. I'll keep calling out times as we're going on for you guys, but it is going to be there, and I'm going to try to keep my noggin not blocking it. It's kind of odd that my head blocks anything, right? Short joke, Zog, you ready? That was like
I got plenty of short jokes, man. I got plenty of them.
Be a fun 15 minutes then, but we're going to get this thing kicked off here in 10 seconds, guys. So we got 10-second countdown for you. Starting at that 1 rep, push-ups, air squats, burpees, and lunges in 3, 2, 1, go.
So we're getting this started. I think at first it seems a little bit awkward with the movements, right? You start with a push-up, then a squat, then you're doing a burpee, then a lunge. Then you'll start getting into the rhythm once you get into the second, third, fourth rounds. It seems like a little, you got to get into a little rhythm of the movement, going from the push-up to the squat to the burpee to the lunge, figuring out how you're going to do the lunge, all that stuff. But you start off slow, and then you kind of build yourself up. Like I said, those reps are going to stack up. So don't go too fast off the gate.
One of the things you said, Zog, too, about the way you did your lunges reverse, right?
Yeah.
So I've kind of found out just through, trial and error and working out a lot, if I'm using weight, if I have a vest on or I have dumbbells or a sandbag on my back or even front, I do reverse lunges. But if I'm going like weightless, just using my body weight, I do forward lunges better. It's kind of a weird thing, I guess, but it's just the way the weight gets distributed, I think.
Yeah, it's the weight distribution. It's also maybe the way that we prefer to move, I think switching it up is really good, being able to do it all, whether it's you're doing walking lunges for a distance, or you're just doing reverse in place or whatever, or forward. The big thing we want to see is just good movement, with these movements. You're moving at a steady pace. It's definitely not a sprint style workout. So we want to see you move at high quality. So like I was saying with the lunges, you want to make sure that you're at 90-degree angles, both with the front leg and the back leg. With the squat, you want to make sure that you're getting below parallel. You're driving your weight through your heels, keeping your chest up. Push-ups, good locked out positions on your push-ups. And burpees, everybody's favorite movement. You got to throw burpees into a good workout like this. And with those burpees, anybody can do a burpee, whether you're crawling onto the ground, get your chest on the ground, and then crawling your way back up and clapping overhead. That's a good rep. So you just got to keep moving. I think the key with this workout, yeah, and I think the key with this workout is, I know you want to rest, but just stay in the position, in the place that you're at, and keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. Put on A Tribe Called Quest, keep it moving, and just follow what they say on the song. How about that?
Listen to the song. That's it, man. Yeah. This is definitely one where pace is key. And we're seeing a bunch of different people do it on the screen, which is pretty awesome. Just seeing them keep their own pace. And you don't know what round everybody's on, but I see a lot of people doing burpees. So I'm thinking everybody's kind of staying on pace. We're about 3 minutes into this workout right now, and we're getting all kinds of people signing on the chat message, which is awesome too. And that's where we got to thank our partners, O2X Human Performance, for stepping up this week, for supporting 555. And, I think one of the cool things about the O2X partnership with me, with 555, is when Adam and I sat down together, I don't know how long ago now, it was the first time we sat down was at Firehouse Expo in Nashville. And we talked about the vision and the mission of 555 and the vision and the mission of O2X Human Performance. And to both of us, they were almost identical. We were just going about it in two different ways. And it's pretty cool to be able to take a nonprofit and a company like O2X and put them together to create a cultural change. So Zog, can you tell us some more about what O2X is doing on the end for that cultural change?
Absolutely. So as I'm seeing some of the members of O2X headquarters in Scituate, Massachusetts working out, Ali Levy, Meg Grimes, I see Jeff Martin and Bryce Long, everybody's favorite, is back there working out, getting a good sweat in right now. They're representing for O2X. What O2X is an educational training program. It's designed specifically to help people improve their performance. So we're talking about human performance. So it's applicable for pro sports teams, collegiate sports teams, executive companies that just want to make their team stronger. It can be used to make anybody perform better. And we do work with, those types of organizations quite a bit. But the heart of it is working with tactical athletes. And when we talk about tactical athletes, there's a lot of unique features about being a firefighter, a first responder, an EMT, a paramedic, a cop, or a military personnel. When people call 911, we have to perform at the level of an athlete, of a professional athlete. That's what they want. That's what they expect. They kind of expect Superman to show up, but we're just regular people that do these jobs. O2X was founded by former Navy SEALs that had served numerous tours overseas. They had worked in the tactical athlete industry.
5 minutes, guys. You 5 minutes in.
and they saw the need for an improvement in performance, education and equipping to be able to improve people's performance. And more importantly than just performing on the job, focusing on the things that affect us that are kind of considered like off the job. So all the factors that affect us, including sleep, our sleep routine and our sleep health, nutrition, and not just strength and conditioning and our fitness level, but also injury prevention, and then the mental performance, mindset, stress management, how to deal with difficult situations, how to interact with people off the job, outside of the tactical athlete industry, and all of that. So our goal with O2X, the overwhelming goal, is to make everybody more resilient with the things that we face, whether it's in life or being a pro athlete or a collegiate athlete, or being a tactical athlete like ourselves. And there's a lot of really unique factors in being a tactical athlete compared to a professional athlete.
So with that too, Zog, you are fortunate enough to work for O2X and get to travel the country and meet police officers, firefighters, military personnel, EMS providers, and go through some of the seminars and lead some of the seminars that bring in some of O2X specialists. And you mentioned a few of the things that they talk about in there. And I know I'm going to put you on a spot here, but what do you think is the most, I don't want to say the most important one because they're all important, but when you watch the specialists talk about a certain topic, which topic do you see the audience relating to the best?
That's hard to say because it's based on the audience. I work with a lot when I lead workshops. Typically, I'm working with fire departments, and I'm a firefighter, so I'm able to sit in their shoes, right? Prior to the class, I'm riding engine 12, truck 12, and that's what I love to do, and that's my main job. So when I'm representing O2X, I understand what they're feeling as they're sitting in the class. I think that's audience based. Maybe some of the younger people are more focused on strength and conditioning and trying to be more fit. And some of the older veteran firefighters are thinking about the mental performance side of things, because we experience things on the job that none of us were really ready for, when we got into it, and we didn't know how it was going to affect us. Never. And so I would say that the thing that I think is the most common thread through all of our training, through our entire program, is the concept of resilience and what that means, what it means to be resilient in life and with our jobs and what we're facing. We have signed up to do difficult jobs where we're put in difficult positions, very stressful environments. And the goal is not to sit around and talk about how difficult that is, although we do complain with each other, quite a bit about it, when we're on the rig or whatever. But our goal is to be resilient, to be able to respond to these calls and do that over the course of a 25, 30-year career, which that's a very unique feature of being a tactical athlete compared to a professional athlete. Most professional athletes aren't performing at the highest level that they need to for 25, 30 years, but that's what we do on the job. And so we have to focus more of our effort on recovery and on not only just the performance side of things, but recovering so that we're ready to perform. And that's where resilience really comes in. And we talk about that throughout every class that we're teaching. It's all about making people more resilient.
That's awesome, dude. And it's something that comes up. And guys, you guys that are working out, you guys got about 6 minutes left in this workout. So keep on working for those 6 minutes there. But that topic that you just brought up about resiliency and just spending that career in the firehouse. I mean, I just talked about it this morning about being I just got off shift this morning too, but being a young rookie with some of my buddies that I'm still on shift with, and we would be up all night, and calls or not calls or whatever. We were out we were up all night, having a good time, staying up very late. And where last night, as someone with 16 years on, I find myself going to rest earlier and earlier than I even do at home. It's almost like my kids, because you never know what's going to happen that night, and I remember the older guys telling us that and us just not believing it because, we were kids and we didn't know any better. But it's the truth. You need a long career. And I think that's one of the awesome things about what O2X tries to do in their seminars, is that they are trying to keep emergency providers healthy while they're in service and after they leave the service. And I think that's one of the big things we've learned with 555 as well.
Absolutely. And O2X started 6 years ago, and the first organization that was, like our main organization that we worked with was the Boston Fire Department. And through the relationship that we had with Commissioner Joe Finn, who became the fire chief of Boston Fire, we established a regular program with Boston Fire. So the first week of Fire Academy for the brand new recruits for Boston Fire Department is an O2X workshop. And I got the privilege of being able to lead one of those workshops last January. And it was unbelievable because I'm working with the brand new members, right? So the best and the brightest of the pool that they pulled from, or that they chose from. And we're setting up their careers, thinking about all of these processes, thinking about, preparing yourself with sleep, focusing on your nutrition, focusing on injury prevention, trying to get ahead of the idea.
Yep, Boston is putting that before teaching them about how to put their turnout gear on. I've been fortunate to be on some roundtables with some of the leaders at Boston, and that's what they're saying. And I think that is so key for all departments. I mean, any career we look at. If we invest in our people, they're going to be better at what they do, right?
And that's ultimately what we're doing. We are preparing tactical athletes to be able to handle their jobs as whatever their field is. But we're also talking about the person behind it. So all of us are people. All of us are just regular people. And like I said, when people call 911, they really expect a superhero to show up. And I don't know, maybe when Pip shows up, they think that they actually got a superhero. But for the rest of us, we're all just people. And we deal with our own life outside of the job, and then we bring that into the job, and we have injuries. And if we look at the epidemic of things that are going on in the fire service with, heart attacks or heart disease, heart conditions that lead to heart attacks, cancers, injuries that cause us to retire early, retirement that ends, way too early as a result of some of those injuries and some of the things that we sustain on the job. It's a very difficult job that we have, and we're doing it for 20, 25, 30 years. And over the course of that, we're taking a beating. And our goal with O2X is to help people be able to face that and improve your quality of life while you're working and after you retire. That's what it's all about.
And you guys all live the lifestyle. I mean, we got Mark there, we got Bryce and Allie and the team up there. Everybody is doing this, and that was another big parallel with 555 is that, we're not just out preaching fitness. We're out there doing it and trying to keep ourselves as healthy as possible. You guys are just coming up on the 2-minute mark. So there's 2 minutes left to work for everybody out there working. Everybody's doing awesome. Zach, I'm going to interrupt you for a sec.
Sure.
Everybody on the chat, there's more people jumping in now because I can see everybody jumping in. Don't forget, get your name, your location, and the first 4 characters of your email so we can get you on the board so we can spin our magic hero shoots and ladder spinner and pick that winner. Everybody who gets picked as a preliminary winner wins a cool O2X t-shirt, but the grand prize winner is going to get O2X's book, which has in it basically the broken down seminars in book format. Nothing's going to beat the live seminar, but it's definitely something that, you want to talk about mindfulness, you switch to a page and you can read a little bit up on it. I'm not going to lie, I did not read it cover to cover. I'm sorry, Bryce, but it is one of the books that I do pick up and flip through topics, or if I'm looking for a workout or looking for information about a topic, I get it out of O2X book. So it's a really good, it's one of those books that belongs in every firehouse, along with Norman's and along with Brannigan's and Vinny Dunn's. So that's it, guys. 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left. Let's get it going here.
All right, guys, keep moving. Keep moving. Don't rest now. You only got a minute left. Come on, guys. I see you guys sweating over there. I see O2X HQ working hard. Mark Lane's working hard. I see my boy Jimmy Gaudet working hard. Good job, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. Almost there.
He's flexing it. Flexing mid-lunge. I like it.
Oh, he's always flexing. That's just that's his lifestyle.
Mrs. Pip is at work right now, but when she gets home, dues will be paid. We're both going to hit this workout this afternoon. So.
Hey, man, it's a good one. It hurts, but I think it's a fun one. And like I said before, you can do it anywhere. You can take it with you. You can do it anywhere in the world. So great workout.
Dude, and that's something we learned with 555, and I know O2X talks about it, like pocket workouts. With these workouts like this that are on apps, the 555 fitness app has this workout on it for today, so you can go on and log your score if you did it today. O2X has a new app coming out in July where it's the same thing. They're going to be providing content. That's it, guys. You guys are done. Time. Sorry, I missed the 3, 2, 1 countdown. Excellent
Good job,
work.
guys.
When you can,
Nice
we'll
work.
do the air fist pounds that we do on Zoom. You guys all give us one of them. Catch your breath. We'll get up with you in a few minutes here. But those pocket workouts, those body weight workouts, whether you're a firefighter, a police officer, EMS, traveling salesman, whatever it is, you can do them anywhere. And I know, Zog, you and I have been with the 555 team at, I don't know now, 10 different states, and we always manage to find a pocket workout to do, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the cool things about both, that we share in common with both these organizations. We do practice what we preach. And so when we post on social media some of our workouts that may be coming from the training programs that are available, O2X has our tactical athlete portal. And like you said, the app's coming out. You may be able to find those workouts there, but we put it out there for the public to be able to see and do it wherever. That's part of what I use as my tactical athlete training program is I'll find these workouts and I'll go ahead and throw down, especially if I'm getting together with people that are part of the 555 fitness community or part of O2X or whatever. So we make it as accessible as possible to find some workouts. If you're looking for a workout and you tell me you can't find one, well, I got a lot of places to point you. So you just gotta follow the directions.
I don't know if Bryce was either trying to take his shirt off or trying to show us the portal. I couldn't really tell what he was doing there, or he wanted Zog to take his shirt off. It's rough to understand.
He wants to take his shirt off, no doubt about it.
I'm just hanging out here with my buddy, grabbing a workout. I had him in my pocket the whole time.
Oh my God. I can't take you anywhere, bro.
I need inspiration right here.
He takes you everywhere, bro. And now it's on YouTube forever. Which too, with 555 Fitness Live and National Fire Radio, these workouts are on a playlist. So every week we can do these. You can go ahead and pull up one of these and you can do them with different team members. Terry may have the record now of most 555 live workouts thus far. I think we're on 6 this week. But it's pretty awesome to keep doing these and keep seeing you guys out there. Everybody like the workout? Anybody got anything to say to the folks at O2X who did the workout? Thumbs up from Jimmy G. I like it.
Right on. Good job, everybody.
Yeah,
nice work.
It was good seeing the scales that you guys did too. That really for folks watching at home or doing this together, and seeing different people doing things different ways. That's not something a lot of fitness programs show. And again, O2X and 555 both, I feel like, do a pretty decent job of trying to highlight that. So, and our friend Rafe, he just did it with us again too, and he said the lunges killed. He's in there for week 2 or 3 in a row too. I can't remember, buddy, but he's definitely been hitting it. So, as to not stretch this out any longer, because we've had people's attention for about a half an hour, I do have the leaderboard, winning board. There's really no easy way to do this. So basically, if you're still watching, hopefully, Mary Gibson's number 1, Jamie Baker's number 2, Kyle Cassidy's number 3, Michael Burgo is number 4, Rafe is number 5, and Kendra B is number 6. All of you get a O2X t-shirt. So by 5 o'clock today, you're going to need to jump in. Oh, we lost the other screen. It's on the chat, guys, and I'm going to type it in there right now. I don't know what happened to the other screen, but we lost it. I didn't realize that. Let me get it. You guys got it emailed. Bryce, what's that email address?
Joe, you're emailing joe.m@o2x.com.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, guys. We lost my other screen, but I got it right here. Let me see. Can you see it? joe.m@o2x.com. I'm going to put that in the chat right now, too, so that'll be in the chat forever. But here is the magic wheel. Chutes and Ladders Heroes Edition, borrowed from my kids who want it back someday, and how we pick our winner each week here on 555 Fitness Live. So we'll give it a spin. And number, is that a 1, right? That's a 1? Somebody confirm it, Zog?
Yeah, it looks like a 1 to me.
That's a solid 1. So Mary Gibson from New York congratulations to you. You are the grand prize winner of an O2X swag t-shirt and this great book that belongs in all firehouses around the country. So awesome, awesome. You can see the email is in the chat. Our friends at National Fire Radio put it up there. Bryce, what do you got for us here, man? We got a few more minutes to talk now. What do you got?
What do you want? I got whatever you need, Pep.
Well, what's going to be on the new app, buddy? Let's talk about the new app real quick, because you got a new app coming out in July, and you know way more about it than I do. So
that's true for most things. So the app's coming out in July, as Pip mentioned, mid-July, and it encompasses our Eat, Sweat, Thrive methodology. And the goal of the app is to build good, healthy habits. So we're going to be having Eat, Sweat, and Thrive content that's personalized to each user of the app and gets pushed to you daily. So whatever your training goal, mental, physical, or nutrition, we have an app that's going to be there to help you achieve it. Justin has had the opportunity to click through it. I don't know if he talked about that at all while we were working out. He had his feet propped up in the shade, sipping on a pina colada, but
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did. I just I referenced the app that's coming out, and I referenced the portal that we have that is accessible to a lot of people looking for workouts or training programs and all kinds of stuff on there.
Yeah, so more information will be available. Follow us on social. Our Instagram's at O2X Human Performance. Our website is O2X.com, and we'll be posting updates regarding the app release and everything else going on with O2X. We're starting to get back out into the world as states and departments again become less locked down. We've got some training events going on. We did an event last weekend with the National Guard. We had one in Montana this week, the Missoula Fire Department, and have some other things coming online. So as your agencies are ready to start training again, we're ready to come out and help.
Yeah, and when we go back and talk about, the pandemic and everything, which is what spurred along 555 Fitness Live pretty much though, but, the departments that went through an O2X seminar prior to that, they were leaps and bounds more prepared than departments that didn't, because a lot of people's department gyms were closed. A lot of people didn't know what to do, working extra hours, wearing extra PPE. Bryce, you and I and Zog, we've all talked about the EMS community and the need to get more health and wellness into that community. And, there was a huge change there. So if you're in an EMS department, you're in any department pretty much, you can reach out to O2X and start to follow what they're putting out there, see if you can't get them into your department.
Yeah, that's the goal of the app too, Vic, is to try and get our content more accessible to more people. We have a lot of in-person engagements with big departments with lots of people and bigger budgets, but there's tons of providers and firefighters out there that don't work for big agencies. And that shouldn't be a barrier to getting these resources that are essential, no matter whether you work at a cross-staff volunteer company in the Midwest or the FDNY. It's the same job everywhere. So we hopefully with the app we'll be able to reach more people.
That's awesome, man. That is what it's all about. And hey, Jamie, glad you did the workout with us and tuned in today. Jamie and I worked EMS together way back in the day, so it's cool to see her jumping in and working out with us today too on this. But just some of the things moving forward, next week, if you're into protein and pre-workout, you're going to want to tune in on Friday for your chance to win some stuff from one of our partners that does that. In 2 weeks, I should have do I have a calendar here? I don't know. In 2 weeks, wherever we're at today, for the people tuning in live or there. So next week is the 19th. Fire Science Nutrition is going to be partnered up with us in this to give away some cool swag and work out with us. On the 26th, there you go. Daniel with the plug right there, my man. On the 26th, we are going to have some cool 555 news. We have some new swag coming out that you'll see during the workout with a pretty awesome partner of ours. So keep that in mind too. As always for this week, I want to thank O2X for stepping up and donating some prizes, and for even giving us the workout. That was a great one. We may have to keep this one going. Maybe once a month we'll do an O2X one or something, just to switch it up from our training stuff. And thank you again for the prizes and being an awesome partner. As always, thank you to National Fire Radio for hosting this and for setting up the back end. You can tune into them, obviously their YouTube channel, which you're watching now, but check out the podcast and their other podcast, Rush the Bus, and the one that I host. And I'm doing a horrible job of actually putting content out with right now, the Size Up. But for that, and for my man Zog, you got any finishing notes there, Zog?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's on duty right now. LEO, first EMTs, medics, firefighters. If you're joining us, you're on duty, be safe out there. Thanks for joining us and doing a workout like this to get yourself ready. As tactical athletes, we're either deployed or we're getting prepared to be deployed. And that lasts for 20, 25, 30 years. So that's what O2X is all about, getting everybody prepared for that. Same thing with 555 Fitness. And it's been fun to hang out with you guys, watch you guys work out. And I'll see you next time. How about that?
And this
come
is
visit.
The reason why
come visit.
Hey, come visit. I'm coming, brother. This is the reason we stay on in BS, because Mary Gibson just commented on the chat screen here. Thank you so much. It's been so perfect. And she's working on starting a new program for her volunteer department. So this is a great way to start, Mary. There's a lot of great information in this book. You now have some connections at O2X to talk to those folks. And always, anybody who's watching us has a home with 555 Fitness. So it's cool to see the people coming back each week. We know Rafe jumped in again this week. So we'll be back next Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, it's noon out here on the West Coast, just in case anybody wants to know.
Nobody cares. It's
Nobody
Eastern
cares.
Standard Time,
pretty
Nobody
typical.
Nobody cares. I'm gonna let you know, nobody cares. We'll see you guys next week, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.